Good morning. I was thinking about frequencies this morning. And how certain frequencies, that come from us, those frequencies have been tainted. They have. Something has tainted the good frequencies. And, I ended up on this. Nikola Tesla, frequencies in the 369. I've heard people put that 369 down before. I have. And I thought, why you just put that 369? And actually, you know what they do with the numbers? They taint the numbers also. Everything has been tainted. Tainted. 369, the key to the universe. I was thinking how an earthquake machine was created with a certain frequency, and I'm pretty sure it was him that we did the video on a while back, and probably last year, where he took this small instrument and he put it on the side of a building and stuff, and it literally caused an earthquake. It was just emitting frequencies. That's all it was emitting. And let me see if I can. Hello and good morning, everyone. Those frequencies that he was emitting. See, look at this right here. Nikola Tesla's frequencies in the 369, the key to the universe in math and hierarchies. Hierarchies. I wasn't aware of the hierarchies. I wasn't. I guess this is a book. This is a book. He was an absolutely brilliant man, underrated. Why did you underrate Nikola Tesla? Why would they underrate Nikola Tesla? That's I wonder if he was liked. Do you think he was liked by the powers that be? Was he a threat to the powers that be? Good morning. He was underrated in the terms of current public school history lessons. He was a Serbian-American inventor, an engineer, a physicist, and a futurist. His biggest claim to fame was design of the modern alternating current electricity supply system. Hello, good morning, you all. Good morning. What is frequency? Y'all, let's look at this. What is frequency? So, in 1935, you can see, he was 79 years old. He claimed that a mechanical oscillator he built caused an earthquake in downtown New York City in 1898. 1898. Well, there's a lot of history that has been erased, more or less, according to some. Like before a certain period in the 1800s, there is a great big massive gap. And I was looking at something last night, and it was going through, somehow it was timelines, and it started at 1400 and something, and then it started back up in the 1800s. I said, now how come that? Why is there such an enormous gap in history? I couldn't even tell you what I was looking at, how I saw that. Good morning. But there was a gap. There was a gap in the history. He was experimenting with a 7-inch long mechanical oscillator when, after turning it to the correct resonance frequency of the building he was occupying, a great shaking of his building and neighboring buildings occur. The shaking became so intense that the police arrived. Tesla claimed that he destroyed the oscillator with a hammer in order to make it stop. Do you think he destroyed the oscillator with a hammer to make it stop? Well, he could have destroyed it with a hammer, but it's in his mind. He already had the plan, so he could make another one. While telling the story, he claimed that the machine could destroy the Empire State Building with only 5 pounds of air pressure if it was attached to a girder. Girder. Yasun, I think you're right. This story gained Nikola Tesla's electromechanical oscillator the nickname his earthquake machine. Tesla's earthquake machine. He also used the oscillations for the device to set the frequency in his high-frequency electrical and wireless transmissions on experiments. There have also been claims of his device having a negative consequence on the human body. Well, I think we feel a lot of negative consequences on our human body due to certain types of frequencies. Some can hear stuff in their ears and it's like, it won't stop. It won't stop. And they're just dismissing it as whatever they're dismissing it as, and or how it affects this frequency that gets into your body that's coming from somewhere up there in the sky on these great big things that they built, and poof, like that. And you know, they use frequency things in cartoons. They do. Cartoons that have frequency coming out of them. Frequency instruments. Frequency destroyers in the cartoons. You better stay on topic. I'm going to try to stay on topic. Frequency weapon in a cartoon. Frequency weapons in cartoons. Let's see if we can pull up some frequency weapons. Of course we can pull up some frequency weapons in cartoons. Well, there's a lot of cartoons. Look at this right here. The ultrasonic for all. Look, when the resonance attacks. A shoulder-fire device that produces an ultra-infrasonic wave that affects both living and non-living hardened, non-living materials. Look at that. Is this make-believe, you all, that what we're seeing right there? Surely they do not mess with stuff like this. They would not take something that was intended for good and turn it to evil. Certainly not. I don't know about this, you all. So we're talking about Nikola Tesla, the 369. I'm on a site called the motherboard. You got the motherboard. Oh, we're going to look at it. On July the 5th, a 39-story shopping center building in Seoul, South Korea, started shaking rapidly. For 10 minutes, vertical tremors violently rocked the building, causing an immediate evacuation of the premises after the shaking subsided. Gina, what are you talking about? Well, there's something about Nikola Tesla, and he has some earthquake things. It was what was it, 6 inches, 7 inches or something, device that literally was shaking his whole entire building, and the police arrived. And now we have an account in South Korea. We do. Where we at? We got an account in South Korea about a building shaking. That you could listen to the article, but it was July the 5th. A shopping center. 10 minutes, tremors, violently rocking a building, causing the evacuation. After the shaking subsided, the engineers began a lengthy process to determine the cause of the incident. They eliminated earthquakes and windstorms. The culprit they landed on was a bizarre, to say the least, an aerobics class of 23 people on a mid-level floor. Their Taebo workout was apparently twice as intense that day, making their fancy footwork sync up with the building's structural resonance. Now, how can that be? It sounds like frequency coming from human beings. Is it coming from their bodies? Surely the human body does not have that much frequency in it to make a whole entire building shake. Certainly not. Resonance causing structural failure is rare, but when it happens, it tends to affect bridges, The Broughton Suspension Bridge in the UK and the Angers Bridge in France are classic illustrations of mechanical resonance, both of them brought on by soldiers crossing in lockstep. The famous collapse of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge was often described as the result of a resonance caused by strong wind gusts, but in fact it was brought down by the effect of aeroelastic instability, which caused the energy of the bridge in motion to feed back on itself and collapse. I don't know if I can share this. I might get in trouble. You can look at this. In UK, France, lockstep, and a millennial bridge of 2000 shut down in 2000 after a surge of pedestrians created an oscillating wave across the deck of the bridge, pushing a child on a swing at that correct moment so that her motion is amplified. Resonance effects are caused by the well-timed push of each individual wave. Push the swing at the right moment to get momentum, really, and you could send the kid flying, amplify the vibration in a building structure enough that you can push it to failure. So Nikola Tesla was on to something, but was there other people before Nikola Tesla? Okay, because we can look at this too. Infrasound and humans. Resonance in audio waves and glassware is probably the most classic example of waves affecting structure. Everyone has seen the fact that a lady can shatter a wine glass with her pitch. Perfect operette voice. Yet what may not be as well known as the phenomenon of infrasound. Such sound waves, the sound waves lower in the frequency than 20 hertz, the lower the threshold of human hearing, can be used to monitoring earthquakes, charting rock and petroleum formations below the earth, in ballistic cartography, seismocartography, but they can still be detected subconsciously by humans and can resonate against the human body with terrifying results. Terrifying results. I'm going to put this article right here. I'm going to put all of these articles into the description when I get done, because I don't want to close it out. I don't. This is a really good article. If we look over here, 2003, Yang Liwei, the first Chinese astronaut, successfully landed his space capsule to mark a groundbreaking achievement in China's space program. But when the attendants opened the door to the capsule, they found the heroic Yang distraught and covered in blood. Aside from intense G-forces, Yang had been the victim of a severe resonance. Okay. Remember that thing about the alien? Yeah, I think it was being described, something that we read. I don't know if it was like Stephen Greer, somebody gave an account of it, or we found something. How the alien underground, with the frequency of his body, he killed every single person in the room. Those people, remember it? I don't know if they had blood all over him, but just the mere frequency of that alien's body, that you were not supposed to have any weapons or nothing around, nobody could come around them, the frequency, boom, killed the people. Just like that. Tesla claimed to be an alien. An alien. So we've got this right here. Let me see if I can pull that up of the alien underground. I don't know if it was an alien gray alien, an alien gray. What was it, you all? Underground. Killed soldiers. He was giving a briefing to killed soldiers with frequency. Yeah, it's right here. So we got the Delta forces fought alien in a underground battle in New Mexico. Now we got a picture of it right here. A blind man was studied, having proven to echo location for color and landscaping correctly. Wow, that's really interesting. Oh yeah, this is this guy Scheider. Underground battle that occurred right here in 1995. And they said it was a conspiracy theory. Why would it be a conspiracy theory when there's people talking about it? I don't want that, but I wanted to see. Look, they say that people decided you should know that we are kept grossly deceived about everything. I can't really tell what that is. Projects, Populi. I'm trying to get this in 1995. Was it the influence of an alien weapon? A dose of radiation and they fell ill with cancer? Was that what it was? No, I thought it was something. We got something with a piano thing. Okay, Gina, we got that. I'm not going to be able to go there because I've already went there and I'm not supposed to go there, so I'm not going to. You're being covered in blood. His launch and re-entry were accompanied by infrasonic vibration, which vibrated his body for 25 seconds, leading to internal damage, the bloody snooze, and intimidations of an imminent death. Wave effects, the psychological feeling of terror, is the most fascinating unknown. You all, okay, we got to read about this. We're talking about Nikola Tesla and frequencies and stuff like that. Frequency waves, sound waves, and things. Gina, can you have a drink of love? You're talking about some kind of gory stuff. I can. Have it. Imagine the waves of noise infiltrating our body and steering around the fluids in our brain that relate to our emotional stress. Now, certainly there is no such thing as that, you all. Certainly there is not. Some type of frequency-based thing that could literally steer around the fluids in our brain that relate to emotional stress. That it's certainly not. I'm being sarcastic, okay? I am. In 2003, a team of UK scientists experimented with the emotional effects of infrasonic resonance by exposing a group of 700 people to 2 identical musical pieces. Oh no, you are. We're getting into it now. If you're just tuning in, I got to take my socks off because now my feet are getting hot. I'm getting hot up here in this place. I got to take off my socks. Okay, we got it. We got it going on. Musical pieces of which was laced with an inaudible 17 hertz sound waves. The audience's response to the laced concert was discernibly different. There was an anxiety, uneasiness, extreme sorrow, nervous feelings of revulsion, of fear, chills down the spine, and feelings of pressure on their chest. Now, wait a minute. The emotional disturbance of infrasonic waves are apparently so strong that they are considered the best resonating behind supposed ghost sightings. You all, come on, let's look at this. They did an experiment in a concert with inaudible 17 hertz sound waves. It was laced. It was laced. They tainted the frequency. The people had anxiety, uneasiness. So no. So, are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? Are you having anxiety, Are you having uneasiness, or have had you? Or do you know some people who have anxiety, uneasiness, extreme sorrow, nervous feelings of revulsion or fear, chills down the spine, and feelings of pressure on your chest? Did you got it? Have you been feeling the infrasonic waves, and they're causing you emotional disturbance inside your being? Yeah. No. Oh, no, no, no. Predictability, the effect which causes awe and fear in humans, has been weaponized. Certainly somebody would not weaponize frequencies and taint the frequencies of everything on the earth that was once in balance just to affect humans. Who on earth would do such a thing? It certainly wouldn't be a being of light. It wouldn't. And certainly, when you have frequencies, come on, let's Gina, I'm going to step on some toes. I'm going to step on some toes with some fact. Okay. Done by scientists who experimented. They just experimented with infrasonic resonance. So we're gonna step on toes. So don't let your toes get too hurt. I'll try to step on them very softly. So when you get these uneasy anxiety and uneasiness, extreme sorrow, nervous feeling, revulsion, chills down your spine, pressures on your chest, aches and body pains and headaches, it's just ascension symptoms. It's just ascension symptoms. Our DNA's getting an upgrade. Well, what if you got some kind of inaudible 17 hertz sound waves affecting the human body, and or what if it's stuff like this? What if it's stuff like this? What if it has something to do with the frequency that has been weaponized? What if? What if? Gina, what if is a big what if. It is a big what ifs. Okay, now let's look at this. So, now I don't have nothing against it, you all. I love you all. I really do. Gina, you don't love us. You just said that. I do. I come from a position of love. I do. A position of love within my being. I do. The military engineers have created prototypes of acoustic bazooka that generate infrasonic waves in a directed form. And apparently, a 10-second exposure to such waves can travel through the concrete walls, lead to severe, crippling nausea. The weapon never entered full production. Because I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying anything at all. It's never entered full production. That you know of. You think they're going to put it out there in the public that these types of weapons, there was just one thing that we created just to see, and then we just got rid of it. We don't even use it. Nobody uses it. We don't sell it to nobody. We don't sell the... No, we wouldn't do something like that. It's nothing. There was never no duplicates made at all. Okay. The ultrasonic infrasonic cannon, the shoulder fire device. You could stick this on something. You could stick this up there on a tower or something like this. You could probably stick it on a airplane. You could stick it on a satellite. You could probably do all kinds of things. You mean that you can penetrate? You can travel through concrete walls, apartment buildings. Well, what if HARP has something like that? Really, think about it. What if there's something like this, something so big, then it just like, boom, goes through your walls of your house. protection. There's numerous ways to defend against an onslaught of resonance. Powered operated construction equipment is often engineered to hum the frequencies well outside of any building material range. In completed projects, devices that are used to protect against earthquakes double as resonance dampers. Yeah, we got to do the hum. Maybe that's why they don't want people to do the hum. Maybe. It happens to have it. In taller buildings, these are commonly seen as harmonic absorbers or suspended pendulums that counterbalance any latitudinal motion of the building. It's like a clock. That reminds me of a clock going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. The pictures of the police using the microwave things. Yes, that looks very harmonizing. Harmonizing. It does. Vibration dampers, you all, can help balance out the resonance and harmonics in buildings, defending our human bodies. But defending our human bodies is much harder. While a building is a relative static structure with a resonance frequency that does not match or change the human body, is a big gelatinous pile of matter that absorbs vibration with aplomb. Never heard that word before, with aplomb. Aplomb, with aplomb. That is a weird word. It's never entered my vocabulary. I've never seen it. It's self-assurance, pose, self-possession, springing from perfect confidence in one's self-assurance, assurance, manner, action. It refers to an unwavering stability during a vertical movement, according to the plummet. Okay, there's a plumb. And look at the person twirling around like that. Gina, what if we don't want to? That's just too bad. I've already showed it. I have. Just like you cannot escape the thump of your neighbor's party, you would not be able to escape a sonic weapon that can shake the diarrhea out of you. Wow, that is kind of graphic, you all. I apologize for that graphicness. You cannot escape a sonic weapon that makes excretions come out of your body. It can't get any clearer than that. You can't. It's kind of whatever. That was that article. That was that article, you all, is what it was. You know what I should do? I should come in here. That's what I should do. Come in here right now, Gina. And when you get a thing that you went into, first I went into here. Let me start putting these in here so you all know. I used to do this, and I think I got myself in trouble because I did it. But I'm going to put them in here so you can see it. We went to frequency weapons in cartoons right here. We did. And I'm going to put a gap so you can see it. Because it's been in our face. No, Gina, honey, you just went frequencies and cartoons. No, I wanted to get, that would not let me pull that up. Okay, but you can see that, right? And I'm going to put this here too so that you can go back and read what we were seeing right here. Gina, we can't see a single thing you're doing. Fine, it's fine. Okay, we got it. You see right here, I put those in here for now. Right there. And I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to come back to me. And we're talking about Nikola Tesla vibration. His frequencies and stuff like this. Yeah. So how on earth did we get it? Okay, he got into the building is what he did. Tesla's machine, earthquake machine. It's high frequency, electrical. It's wireless transmissions. They don't need anything to connect to it, you all. They don't. There have been claims of devices having negative consequences on the human body. and even to the point where the people were subjected to its vibration, which seemed to have a laxative effect. We just read about that. Immediate running to the bathroom afterwards. But something as seemingly innocuous as a frequency, really, can it have such effect on people? Yes, it can. I just have a drink of coffee. A drink of my cup of love, you all. You're going to get you some love. Get you some love on the inside of here to have that balance on you. Okay? You get this. You can do it. You should. Get you some love. The word frequency is defined as the number of occurrences of a repeating event per unit. Let's shrink it down, you all. It's good to you to see this right here. Hertz. The unit of frequency is hertz. Hz. Kind of looks like a periodic table, but I don't think you're going to find this in the periodic table. The word frequency is defined as the number of occurrences. Okay, we got it. After the German physics Heinrich Hertz, like Heinz ketchup, we got Heinrich Hertz. 1 hertz equals an event occurring 1 per second. For example, if 71 events were occurring within 15 seconds, the frequency would be 4.73 hertz. Frequency equals events divided by time. Excuse me, you all. And don't get bored on me. When considering the frequency of a sound, it refers to a pitch. You ever hear some people's voices and you hear their voice and it's like, I can't. The frequency from their voice, it affects my frequency within my body. It literally affects it and I can't do it. There are some frequencies, some people's voices I can't listen to. Just the first few words, it's just like, but is it coming from the inside of their body? Because, words are powerful. They have the power of life and death, and words carry a frequency with them. They do. Yeah, it's like when somebody gets a really irritated tone in their voice, you're going to tune them out right now because, honey, I don't like the frequency that's coming out of your mouth, and I don't like that tone of your voice because it has a terrible frequency associated with it, and you're rattling me on the inside of my being. Okay, we got it back, Gina. It refers to a pitch. Sound, technically speaking, is a vibration of wave pressure. A wave of pressure and the displacement of air, and the frequencies of the human ear can hear are typically limited to between 20 and 20 kh, 20,000 hertz. We got it. That's right. Yes, some voices do it. They do, and think, get away from me. Your voice is like too much for me. That's right. Nikola Tesla, 369, and earthquakes. They've tainted these numbers too. They have. Anything that's taintable, the dark forces, the antagonist is going to taint any visual, anything. They're going to taint it. When finding the direct citation, well, it's problematic. It's problematic. Nikola Tesla believed to have said, if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. This has led to many speculations as to the meanings of 3, 6, and 9. One theory is that it has to do with a particular set of earthquakes. Tesla told the story of causing the earthquakes in 1899, when him and several of his assistants commenced the construction of a laboratory in Colorado Springs, Colorado. He moved there in order to study conductive nature of low air pressure to hopefully implement into wireless transmission of electrical power. He produced artificial lightning. Tesla, honey, did you produce the artificial lightning? With discharges of millions of volts up to 135 feet long. Did you do that? Way back then, Tesla, artificial lightning? I bet you did. Yes, you did. You did it. That's okay. We got some technology today. We got a lot of lightning all over the place. 135 feet long. Didn't we read how the military was experimenting of taking these wires about that long, shooting them up there in the sky and creating lightning and stuff like that? Did we? I think we might had thunder. Thunder from energy was heard 15 miles away. Okay, now we're getting into why you're hearing such strange thunder. We're talking about the frequency here if you're just tuning in. What I think they're doing is they literally have kept the live stream. They've capped it at, Gina, can you save this? You all, let me see if I can save this live stream right here. Let me see if I can come over here, save what I have already got in here. Want to look at this. They're capping it around the 200. When you see these things go down, what happens for like a split 15 seconds? They go boom, just like that. See, look, Marcy, honey, they're only allowing you to comment on here. Look at that. If anybody else is commenting, excuse me, they're blocking the comments is what's happening. So don't feel, hello there, Mickey, honey. You so fine, you so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Yes, that's right, you all. So the comments are not being allowed. See, here's a dip. A slight dip right here, but it probably dipped. Yeah, we can do it. Okay, I'm going to push this back to me. I'm going to get back on Nikola Tesla. So he produced, in Colorado Springs, Colorado, artificial lightning with discharges of millions of volts and up to 35 feet long bolts. The thunder from the energy was heard 15 miles away in Cripple Creek, Colorado. People walking on the street saw sparks. Wow, sparks jumping between their feet and the ground. That you could get electrocuted. The sparks shot out from water line taps when touched. The light bulbs within 100 feet of the laboratory lit up even when they were turned off. Horses ran from their stalls after getting shocked through their metal shoes. Even the butterflies were electrified, swirled in circles with blue halos of St. Elmo's fire around their wings. Oh my gosh. I have never heard of this before, but I totally believe it. Around the same time, there was a series of earthquakes, all being a magnitude 7 or more, at Yucatuck Bay, Alaska. Some have believed that these were caused by Tesla's experiments in Colorado Springs. The most powerful was a series of magnitude 8 earthquake that struck on September the 10th of 1899. It lasted for 90 minutes and was followed by many aftershocks. The most powerful of the series was okay, I already read that, Gina, honey. You're reading 2 lines. Okay. It was felt for a distance of more than 600 miles from Fairbanks all the way to Sitka. 5 years later, the geologists visited the area and they found dead barnacles and other shellfish everywhere. They saw several uplifted beaches and areas of subsidence as much as 6 feet deep. Some made a connection between these earthquakes and the numbers 369 because the first earthquake was felt on September the 3rd, with the others following on the 6th and then the 9th. Some also done math with the dates to produce the numbers 369 as a recurring theme. And another connection was made to the 3 mysterious numbers of Tesla, found with the interactions with the Guglielmo Marconi, an Italian inventor and electrical engineer known for his work on long-distance radio transmission, and it was called the Marconi's Law and Radio Telegraph System. In 1915, Nikola Tesla attempted to sue Marconi Company for infringement of his wireless tuning patents. Marconi's first radio patent had been awarded in the U.S. in 1897, but his 1900 patent submission covering improvements to radio transmission was rejected many times over on the grounds that it infringed on other existing patents, including 1897 Tesla wiring, powering, tuning patents. Marconi's 1900 one was finally approved. Tesla's 1950 case against him was unsuccessful, and it went nowhere. So you know what happened with that. You got tainted systems. Tainted. However, a related case came up with Marconi Company tried to sue the government over the patent infringement, and the Supreme Court of the United States restored the prior one to Nikola and several other ones. It's declared that Marconi's claim was questionable. Therefore, the company could not claim the infringement of those because the military already got its hands on it. The case related to patents related to Tesla's Colorado Springs experiments. Strangely enough, the case number was 369 was the case number, you all. 369. Some have even been led to believe the connection between Tesla's mysterious experience and feud. And the number, that right there, you all. They got the hierarchies. There's a whole lot more, you all. Then we got the Bible hopping in here. How does the Bible, let's see if we can get this really fast right here. Hierarchies and the Price's Law. Let me look. 3 is the top and 9 is the bottom. Okay, it is. The hierarchies are the key to the universe. Okay. Key to the universe. Let me see this. If you have 9 people at your company. Now, this is true. I believe this. If you have 9 people at your company, 3 of them will do half of the work and 6 will do the other half. I believe it. I believe that. You find it all the time. People in the workplace, you have 1 person, 2 person, 3 persons doing the majority of the work. The majority. I think they're on to something. You all. So look at this. If you have 100 people working at your company, 10 people out of 100 will do half the work, and the remaining 90 will do the other half. Well, I think that's unfair. But it's the case. It is the case. It's the case. Why? Oh my gosh. Why is that the case? Okay. It's not restricted to people at companies. Nature. It applies to the energy output of stars, the height of the trees, in the Amazon, the human IQ, and everything else. Nature operates as a complex series of hierarchies. Could this fundamental aspect of nature be what Tesla was referring to? 369. A hierarchy generated by the capitalism. And it typically casts a negative outlook on the top 1% of the people who hold the much of the wealth. And it's typically seen as a clear example of greed, but it's really nothing more than the Price's Law at play again. It also helps explain why the top 1% is always changing. It's not the same people holding the most of the wealth, just like a company of 9 and the 3 people. Creative output and wealth fluctuates. The top percentage of the people holding the wealth constantly changes. Jesus Christ himself realized that when he says, "You will always have the poor among you." Does that mean there's nothing we can do? And any attempts of a government forcing wealth distribution in the past has seemed to fail miserably. What can be done? Jesus said, "It cannot be forced by the government, but individuals should willingly help the depossessed through charity, love, and personal sacrifice." Give to the one who begs from you, and do not refuse the one who borrows from you. Religion that is pure is undefiled before God. To visit the orphans, the widows, and their affliction, to keep yourself unstained from the world. I'm thinking about tainted this morning with some of Gina. I was thinking about Tainted Love, that song, Tainted Love. I woke up tainted love, and I was sitting there thinking about, you know what? Love has been given a bad name. It has been tainted. It's been tainted. It's like if you hug someone, that's a big no-no. You can't do that. You can't do it. You can't hold hands. There's something bad about it. You can't do that. And I thought about that song, Tainted Love. Tainted Love. You can't speak nice to somebody. You can't appreciate how someone looks. You can't give a compliment. They have tainted the natural order of things. They have tainted love. That's where my mind was at this morning. It's like whatever was considered good, the enemy has come in and it's tainted it. Tainted love. Why would you want to make a song about it? Why would you want the tainted love? Gina, honey, what's a pure love? Pure love. That's the one, pure love. And no, don't go be tainting everything, but you can see everything has been tainted. You got to keep yourself, the world has tainted everything. It shows that the claims of Jesus being a socialist are absolutely unfounded. He never taught the government intervention. Okay, he didn't. 1964, the number in scripture, supernatural design, and spiritual significance. The Bible 22, examine 369. Interesting parallels, you all. Let's talk about this Holy Spirit. Talk about, okay, we got this. In his book, where did the Holy Spirit come into, you all? 3 is associated with the Trinity of God, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. You take it further. You could think of the number 3 as the perfect ideal. I like the number 3, I do. It's perfect ideal which mankind is fallen state, could never achieve on his own, but always must strive for. In the top 369 hierarchy, we got to model our lives. Okay, life modeling, crisis, knowing we will ultimately fail. We'll ultimately fail. Everything in life will never be perfect, yet we can make it. And ourselves a lot better than what it is now. The number 6 is the number of fallen man. It is 6. Okay, number 6 is the number of fallen man. We are broken and incomplete. We're in rebellion against God. The sinful nature is hostile towards God. It does not submit to God's law, nor can it do so. Those controlled by the sinful nature cannot please God. But if you're controlled by the Spirit, if it lives within you, you got it. You got it. You got to be led by the Spirit. Okay. It is the number of imperfection, humanity without Christ. Man was created on the 6th day, and 6 days were appointed to him from his labor. Therefore, the number 6 is associated with the labor of man. Yeah, we're talking about numbers. If you like numerology, if you like numbers, symbolism, it crept into this too. It did. It's hard work to follow Christ and climb up your own personal hierarchy, to take up your own cross and follow him. However, this is by no means impossible. It's not. It's expected. As hard as it can be sometimes, every day must be looked at as an opportunity to grow, to mature, and to become closer to God. If our original state is signified by the number 6, it's our personal responsibility to make the effort to climb up the hierarchy toward God's perfection, and the highest ideal signified by the number 3. You want to get to that highest self on the inside. You want to be the best that you can be on the inside. You do. 9. Okay, you are we going somewhere with 9? Something just popped into my mind. The life path numbers have popped into my mind. The life path number 3, the life path number 6, and the life path number 9. Go read about what they say. And 9, the life path numbers are through 1 through 9, the normal life path numbers. Then you have master numbers 11, 22, and 33. Okay, and then you have cycles 1 through 9. There's something to this, okay? There truly is something to it. All right, Gina, can you get on with it? 9 is the last of all single digits, marking the end. 9 signifies the conclusion of a matter. It related biblically to the end of man, finality, and judgment. Judgment is committed unto Jesus as the Son of Man. It marks completeness of all things as to man. It is the judgment of a man and all his works. This is the point where we will each individually know at the end of our physical lives, and we will stand before God if we climb the hierarchy to Christ, or if we will be cast out eternally. Many will perish, but few will find peace. It all has to do with whatever relationship with Christ was like with our physical lives. You will be talking about love. Love. You rejecting? If you have rejected, I'm just going to read this. If we have rejected him and decided not to pursue his ideal, we will become ultimately depossessed at the bottom of the eternal hierarchy in hell. And you're going to be in pain and misery. You're not going to have no love surrounding you if you're going to be stuck in a low vibration. He's talking about love. If you love Christ, follow him. Try to be more like him. Refusing to fall in line with the rebellious masses of people and the rebellion on the earth. It's like evil on the earth will be welcomed. Okay, we will. It's the key to the universe. Love. It's the meaning of life. It's the ultimate answer to many questions that we might have about God, his creation, our destiny. Enter by the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and way easy that leads to destruction. The way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many. The gate is narrow. The way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few. Well, thank you, Josh Peck. That was a pretty good article that you put together. It was. I didn't know where it was going to end. Look, I'm power, love, absolute. The keys to the universe. 369, frequency. Frequency, you all. It's Nikola Tesla. Gina, honey, what would you want to say? Well, I'd like to say that wisdom is supreme. Look, do not forsake wisdom, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will guard you. Wisdom is supreme. So acquire wisdom. I like it how it says, so therefore get wisdom. And whatever you may acquire, gain understanding. Prize her, and she will exalt you. If you embrace her, she will honor you. You are wisdom. Get wisdom, get understanding. From everlasting I was established, from the beginning, before the earth began. Okay, get it, you all. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And with all your getting, get understanding, you all. Get it. Wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, a poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words is not heard. It's like a treasure, you all. Wisdom. Don't be afraid, you all. We got to get wisdom. Gina, but you started off with Nikola Tesla. I did. I woke up thinking about love, that song, Tainted Love. And then I thought, you know what? You took the frequency of love and you tainted it. You made a song about tainted love. You made people feel bad because they love people before they want to give people hugs, hold a person's hand, compliment a person. You turn it into a bad thing. You turned the frequency that is good, that is God-given, into a bad thing. They have. They tainted it. But love is the key to the universe. It is. 369. They tainted those numbers too. They tainted them. But they shouldn't be tainted. But I don't expect anything less from them. I don't. It's right. Oh my goodness. Let's end this with a prayer. Gina, honey, you're gonna end it with a prayer. I'm gonna do my best to end it with a prayer. We got the frequencies that are they have a huge effect on us. They do. And you can see what it can do. It can literally stir up the fluids within your mind, within your brain, and cause you all kinds of things. It can, the frequencies, the resonance, it can cause you have to go to the bathroom. It can do lots of strange things to your body, and it has been weaponized. It has. And what is right is right. What is wrong is, what is right now is wrong. What is wrong now is right. Everything is tainted. But not everything. You know, you can stand your ground. You can hold the true frequency within your body. You can do what you can with your own frequency. Don't let them taint that frequency. Don't you all. Dear Lord, in the name of precious Jesus, may you be with every single one of us and help us to realize that the world is tainted. We live in a tainted world, and the things that you put out there for good, the things like love itself, the frequency of your love, they try to taint that too, but we know that they can't taint it, although they may imitate it and try to pretend that it's, no, they can't taint the purity of your love that is in all of us. They cannot do it. We know it. We see into it. We feel it. And thank you for this insight this morning. I didn't know anything about it. Really didn't. But it's true. Frequency is everything. And thank you for the wisdom that you give and for the knowledge and the understanding. Because I truly, personally, I treasure it. I do. I want to be aware, and I want it to be all the awareness to come from a place of love, like wisdom, understanding, all of it, truth, everything. You give us good things. You do. And I am appreciative, and I'm sure everybody else is. And pray right now, may you fill everyone's heart with love this morning, and may you give them peace as they walk out the door of their house to go to their jobs or anywhere they go. May you give that peace that passes understanding. May you place it into their heart and remind them how much you truly do love and care for them, and that no matter what they go through in life, no matter what they encounter this day, that you're going to be with them, and you'll go before them and clear the way. If all they have to do is believe that you're there and you're always there, and that may you remind them that no weapon formed against them shall prosper. You have said it. We're going to claim your word. We're going to claim you're going to take it for your word. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper. So if you all come into anything today, you feel like I'm being attacked, remember this. God has said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Take him for his word and remind him of what he said. And he'll make it so. So, yeah. Thank you for everything, Lord. In the name of precious Jesus, amen. I'm going to wake up. I got to wake up and start my day and heat my cup up. Heat my stuff up. I am. That's right. That's right. We can be in agreement with one another. That's right. Because it's for the higher good. Really, it is for the higher good of humanity itself. And we're part of it. We're trying to hold the line. We're holding the light. We're not trying. We are doing it. We want to raise the vibration, raise the frequency of this planet. We do. Of this earth and all around us wherever we go. We want good frequency coming from us. And I really wholeheartedly believe that the frequency that comes from us on the inside can truly create a buffer against all that negative frequency that is out there. It can literally, it's like a shield, a force field all around us. Our frequency. Put on that full armor of God, you all. Just envision yourself with it. And envision a big dome of protection around you. It's the frequency within your being that's going to create a big dome. It's that frequency of love. So, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, you all. And let me come over here. Okay, come over here. Thank you for those hearts flying up the screen. I'm going to show you that if you go to the comment section, you say, Gina, where were you reading from? Go to the description of the video. It's right here, right there. And you'll be able to get in it. You can. You'll get in it, you all. You can jump right down in it. That's right. I'm going to go. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Love you.